Sorry, y'all, I had to start smoking. This is just, I think I've been like putting this off, making this video because I'm just so like, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm coming for them or like I think they're a bad person. I think they purposely did it. I don't even know if I'm going to name exactly who did it because there's so many times that it happened. I don't even know everybody's fucking name. And the people that I do know that I would want to be like to all my followers that know these people because the crazy thing is y'all know so many of them. I knew so many of them from high school. High school. I'm 27. I graduated when I was 18. And it's like, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and I was telling him because I obviously share everything with him. He knows about it and stuff like that. And I was telling him about the work situation. I was telling him how bothered I was by it, how I didn't feel like I responded the way I would want to, and like that I just, like didn't know how to really feel or respond to like what had happened at work. And I was telling him, I was just like, I want to make a video, like I want to share, release, help, educate, like At the same time, though, what I'm going through is so personal and so like affecting that it doesn't matter what happens to these people. It's not that I want to get them in trouble, press charges, any of that. It's not saying I won't. I'm just like, my purpose is not to harm, hurt, anything them. They'll get their karma for sure. It's just the fact that no matter what happens, their punishment, the backlash they get, if girls were to never talk to them again, if they were never to have sex, like literally nothing that y'all could think of that would be like the best or worst or like most just punishment would ever be enough to make me not know that that happened to me. And what I mean by that is like, I have to live with that, knowing that that happened to me as long as I exist. I don't, and I am super spiritual, so I say exist because after I die, I still feel like I will be whatever happened, my beliefs. So it's like my entire soul's existence will know that that was done to me. And nothing at all will ever make me feel better, help me get over, make me understand exactly how somebody could be so. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry during these videos. It would just never make me understand how somebody could do that. And so when I think back to those situations, I truly try to rationalize like, there's no way they knew what they were doing. There's no way they purposely would have done that. Like, no, no. Sorry, I had to collect myself for a moment. But there's nothing. Nothing makes up for somebody taking advantage of you. And I think what people need to understand what date rape is, nobody knows. Like when people normally say rape, you know that it was forced. You know that person will remember it for the most part, and you know that they were most likely fighting against it. Like they didn't want it, but they were innocent, somewhat aware. Okay, when you normally hear rape, that's what you think of. But with date rape, it's really, I want to say worse, but that's so like selfish. To me, it's worse because I have entirely no idea what I was feeling, doing, thinking during that time because I have no recollection of it. Literally, if the people the next morning or the next day didn't text me or if I didn't wake up in their bed, I would have never known I had sex. And even with me waking up people's beds, I would kind of wake up confused and like, oh shit, okay, like this is not my house, but okay. And we would have conversations and shit. It wouldn't even be like I wake up and know that I had sex. We'd have conversations. They'd be like, yeah, like how was last night, or like what about last night or something. And I'd be like, wait, what? Like what do you mean? They'd be like, oh, we fucked. Like you don't remember? Like you didn't know? I'd be like, no. And I know how. Well, to me now it sounds stupid. At the time, I didn't sound stupid. I didn't know that that is what was going on. Like I didn't know that me not remembering meant that I was too drunk in order to give consent. At the same time, though, I don't want to put all blame on the dudes because it's like, what if they were too drunk? And I knew that I was a very sexual person. I loved sex. Like, couldn't get fucking enough of it, okay? And it's like, I know how I get when I'm drunk. I'm very more sexualized, more friendly, more open, like, kind of who isn't? And so, I'm like, like, this is not to say that I was so drunk and didn't want to, because how I'm thinking or hoping it went was like, I'm super drunk, but I want to have sex with this person. This person's drunk, but they want to have sex with me. And we had sex, but I was too drunk to remember, okay? Not that I didn't enjoy it, not that I was telling them to stop, not that I was fighting, crying for my life, none of that. But what gets me is that I have no idea. I'm going based off of what somebody else is telling me. There was no camera, well, that I fucking know of. There was nothing basically to prove what they were saying was actually factual because I couldn't remember any of it. That is what gets me. It's almost like, not almost, I left myself hopeless and vulnerable and literally just to the wind to whoever wanted to fucking be with me at the time. That is terrifyingly scary. Like, I'm telling you, like, there is literally no words for this shit. Like, I'm trying to put it into words because scary and terrifying is not enough. Like, I need you to think of like one of the scariest things you could ever think of happening to you or have you ever been in. That's worse than that to me. The unawareness and the fact that I will never know. but my subconscious will. I can't tell you the type of dreams that I have. They're always running, hiding, trying to get away from something. And I don't know if that like childhood trauma, or just the fact that my brain, because they do, our subconscious is constantly working through itself. That's what most of your dreams are. If you didn't know, by the way, most of your dreams is your subconscious trying to work through your thoughts, your everyday life, and just, in general stuff. And then obviously there's the other shit too. But most of your dreams are that. Almost every one of my dreams, because I remember almost all of them. And if you didn't know, you do dream. Whether you remember it or not, you dream every night. I promise. Like I think you promise. They are always me trying to run away from something, get away. I'm hiding. I'm constantly in fear of something. And I've always slept so much my whole life. My family literally calls me Sleeping Beauty. But after 2019, after getting into this toxic relationship that I was in, I got out of it at the end of 2021, and then that is when everything, in a sense, went more downhill. Like, it was so incredibly toxic. He was a gaslighting, manipulative narcissist. um, and then all that stuff happened. I feel like I was so just not in a headspace to where I needed to deal with those things or could deal with them, to where my brain completely suppressed it, because it was like, no, y'all. I mean, I wanted to do it. I don't think I can sit down here, so I'm just gonna do that. Y'all know what I mean. I swear to God, like, it is crazy that I'm here to this day. And so I feel like now where I'm able to actually breathe, feel safe. My partner is fucking amazing. Like, fucking walks on water. I swear to God. I feel like I'm finally able to like go through and like finally like work through it, because I don't really sleep. I nap, in the way he explains it. I nap for about 3 to 5 hours, maybe like twice a day. Um, it'll be like at night, like we'll smoke, we'll kind of, drink maybe a little, and then we'll eat, and then I'll just be tired from like work and just whatever, and then I'll like sleep. And then I wake up at like between like 3 to like, we'll say like 2 to 5 in the morning. I'll wake up and I'm just up, and I don't want to sleep. I normally had a dream about me having to flee from something. I honestly feel like my body has grown accustomed to feeling like, okay, you're in a good place, you need to work through this. At the same time, though, it's so much, like, it's going to affect you in a way that things never have. Because I normally wouldn't sleep like this. Like, I sleep a lot, to me, still. But I'm telling you, my family used to call me Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty didn't take fucking 3 to maybe 5 hour naps. Like, she would sleep. And so, like, I just feel like now I just don't want to. Like, it's almost like when I wake up, I just kind of want to stay awake. Like, it's almost like, unless I really am just like, I'm just gonna, like, I can't even fight the closing of my eyes tired. I want to be awake. And that's probably more so something that I need to like figure out. But my main point in all of this was, please be more aware of like we treat others, like, and not even just that, be more aware of yourself and like what you're going through, so that you can better, how can I word this, so you can better assess, or just be more aware of things in your life. Because everything I was going through, I can't tell you the amount of times I got fucked over by people. I let somebody stay with me that had nowhere to go, and they ended up like stealing from me. And the amount of things that I would give them, leave them with, money, weed, like, let them play in my closet. Basically whatever was mine is yours. I didn't really know this person. I just felt like I do so many things out of like how I feel like I would want somebody to do things. And so I helped them out, and they ended up fucking me over. Had this guy I was like crazy about, like so crazy about, like was around his kid, like whatever. He got so upset at the fact that I basically fucked up him and something that he had going on with another girl that he was lying to me about, which is cool. We weren't official, but fucking raw, like whatever. He got so upset that he exposed my nudes in a video of me giving him, yeah. Not only did he post that on my Facebook, he sent it to my entire family that I had on my Facebook, which was my tias, my tios, my mom, cousins, yeah. And like, I can't even tell you the amount of things that happened. That's why I truly feel like my brain was like, okay, we're gonna let you off easy and like make you worry about all this shit later on, and we're just gonna give you this stuff now, just deal with this stuff now. And now I'm having to deal with all the other shit.